I do want to tell a story, and I kind of want to pick up on Susan Kennedy's admonition of the problem of working with regulators, because this has kind of more of a happy ending and a good outcome working with regulators. I want to talk about one of our utilities, NV Energy, which serves a good chunk of Nevada. We have a customer, kind of you'll find out rather aptly named Switch. And Switch came to us and said, we want 100% renewable energy. And we said, gosh, we can't do that under our regulations. We can give you system power. That's the best we can do. I guess if I were channeling Bob Stump or even Congressman Walters, to keep it simple, I'd say, if you're not the one if you're not with the one you love the one you're with. But that didn't work. They wanted to love someone else. They wanted 100% renewable energy. And they went and they filed an application with the Public Utility Commission of Nevada and said, we're out of here. We want a third-party aggregator. We want off your system. Not a good business outcome for a utility. We were a little upset. We listened. We engaged. We went to our regulators, and we actually worked out, they filed back in November of 2014, and we worked collaboratively with them. We worked with our regulators, said we want to keep them on the system, and we ended up with a very good kind of addition to the Nevada Green Energy rider tariff. Switch, which wanted to switch, now pays a premium for solar. They're receiving energy from a new dedicated solar plant, 100 megawatts, and we had to get PUC approval. Now, one of the challenges there is we had to show we were not going to have a negative impact on our other customers. That's not a fair way to do that. We actually were able to show a beneficial impact on our other customers, because by having Switch, which wanted 100% renewable energy, paying the small premium, we were able to kind of buy down more quickly the cost of the solar installation that we installed. And we have kept Switch as a full requirements customer, and we had regulators who got it and wanted to make that change, and were pretty agile in that, as I think we were as well. In fact, Switch came to us again recently, said we want to do it again. We're now getting a lot of new growth in northern Nevada, and we're doing another 79 megawatt project there. And it's really worked very well. In fact, we're almost the victims of our own success. And what we're planning to do is we're going to steal a little bit from the natural gas pipeline industry, and we're going to have an open season. In other words, we've let out an RFP for another large solar project to developers, about 135 megawatts. And even there, we've said, look, if you've got a 50 megawatt project, but you can be creative and you've got another 50, tell us about it. We want to see what's out there. And then in May, we're literally going to have an open season. In other words, who wants in on this new solar farm? And who wants in, for how much, and for how long? It's good for us because we won't have a series of these one-offs. It will be kind of easier to facilitate. It's almost kind of community solar writ large, if you will. And it also helps us see which customers really are serious about wanting to go with 100% renewables. The challenge we face now is a wonderful one in that demand is almost exceeding supply. And I think it's a good lesson for utilities. I mean, we want to be the utility of choice. And in addition to what we've heard today about, okay, you want your electricity, you got to be affordable, got to be sustainable, got to be reliable, I think utilities got to show agility. And that's really important in this digital age, in this new world of non-passive consumers. Look, 100 years ago, utility provided the power and the customer sent the check. Today, customers providing power, utilities are sending check. I mean, we're doing things completely differently. Also a business model issue, but we'll go there another day, and I've only got 3.5 minutes, so I'll have to say I can't talk about that. But that is, I think that agility is very important. We acquired NV Energy, I think it went through in late 2013, the years kind of blend together. But the plans at the time were, for the utility when we purchased them, were no new solar and maybe 1 or 2 new gas plants. In the last year and a half, we have started construction and have finished and are starting construction on upwards of 315 megawatts of utility scale solar to meet this demand for customers, large customers. You'll hear next about kind of the customer service at the smaller level. But it's really, it's a very good story.